good, y'all? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. Yes, another reaction video. I haven't done one for a while. So I am going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best pink diamond cards in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM in this video today. Obviously, DBG and I share a lot of the same opinions, share some different opinions. So it's going to be very, very intriguing to see where he ranks each and every one of these players. Before you go any further, make sure you drop a sub on DBG's channel if you haven't yet, which I don't know why you wouldn't have, because he is one of the big faces in the MyTEAM community. So make sure to go show him mad love and support. If you are new to my channel and have not yet, please smash that subscribe button, as we personally are on the road to 50,000 subscribers here.
All right,
we'll see.
There is actually one guy that I have completely forgot. There is one guy I've completely forgot, because I actually had this plan to be made yesterday. I had all of these players and I just removed removed the opals out of the list, and I completely forgot. There is a dude who came out today that is not on the list. So lads, the lawyer.
Okay, so the lawyer. Okay, so we all know that's gonna be Jack. Okay, the lawyer would be S tier, but that means that this video was made when? Last Wednesday or Thursday, one of those two. So it was made before Friday's content drop as well, so just kind of keep that in mind.
Mr. Jack
Bro,
Marin himself,
he's S tier. It's not even close.
S tier as far as pink diamonds.
That card is incredible.
The lawyer is an S tier pink diamond. The guy is fine.
Nah, he's actually so good.
So good on both gens.
Like, I think you can make the argument, at least on current gen, that he's better than Terry. I know a lot of you guys are gonna hate me for saying that, but you can make that argument. You can. His release is like that.
Better on current, but so good on both gens.
His release is so good.
You're gonna literally be seeing people running with the lawyer and the dentist in 250k.
And the qualifier, probably.
The lawyer is comparable to the dentist. I think dentist is better. The lawyer is
close.
Not that far off.
It's close.
Then we got Aaron. First we got Aaron Gordon.
This is gonna set the precedent. C? I don't know.
B or C? I'm only gonna keep 10 in each tier. I'm gonna put him C for now. He might go up to B.
A lot of people
Gordon's
can move
good.
around.
Like, Gordon is good. He's a shoot. He's a moderately.
Gordon's okay. I don't know. Next gen he's a lot better.
Player build.
Next gen he's better.
I've actually seen him being around in a lot of like really good player squads. So
next gen.
Sometimes he's better for most people than he is for me, but I'm gonna put him C tier.
I don't like him on current gen.
Then we got Allen Houston. I like Houston a lot. His
okay.
release is really good.
His release is
dribbling's
good.
All right. He's just a sniper.
He's a shooter, man. That's all he's gonna give you.
He is just a sniper. He's a competent defender.
But his release is nice. He has a Ray Allen base.
But he is just a sniper.
Knockdown.
I'm a fan of using him. I would like.
And the thing is, I don't know if I like to use him, but I do agree with him. I'll say that.
Him or Eddie Jones? I don't know. I don't know between him.
Eddie
and
Jones. 100%. 100%.
Then we have got Allen Houston. I think I take Eddie over him actually.
Allen Iverson. Good lord. You might as well put him in worthless. That dude is he's a garbage can. He's terrible. Allen Iverson is absolutely terrible.
He is not as bad as people like to say.
He stinks.
He's not. I've been cooked plenty of times by Iverson.
Like, he stinks. I would never let anybody cook me with that bum.
Is he going to have success if you are a defensive head? No.
He doesn't have success.
Are you going to have success with Allen Iverson if you're if you need someone to lock people down?
He doesn't do anything.
Or if you're trying to use him as a rim runner.
He's 6 feet
you're
tall.
not going to have success in any of those ways. He's got Trey Burke release on quick. He's got decent dribbling. He moves well. His release is really nice.
Here we
go. He got gold range. You put Clark
the only thing he can do is shoot. He is 6 foot tall.
The guy, I think D tier. I think D tier is a fair spot.
I want to see who you put below him, bro.
Really decent.
Terrible.
Not great. He's
terrible is what he is.
And we got Alonzo Mourning. No,
you're gonna put him in A. I mean,
Alonzo's really good, man. He's really good. He's one of the most underrated centers in the game. Like, give me.
And it's hard for me to comment on the card because I haven't used him, but
like, he's on the level. I think it is Anthony Davis here. Like, obviously.
No. Whoa. Okay, whoa.
AD shoots better.
With that duo,
better, so
AD is tough.
He's B tier. Amari Stoudemire.
No, he's not worthless. If you got Allen Iverson in D tier, good night.
Like, I don't think I have the likes of
I would rather run with Amari than Allen Iverson. I'll say that.
Brand and stuff on this list. I'm actually only ranking the best pink diamonds, so I don't have any really bad pink diamonds.
I see Marcus Camby.
I've just realized that I don't have the really bad ones, so I think I might have to move
Allen
down
Iverson
a
is
tier.
worthless.
Yeah,
Allen
so
Iverson
Amari
is
Stoudemire
worthless.
One of the worst cards in his list, going to worthless. But he's not terrible. He's not terrible. I should not have called this tier worthless. I should have just called it F tier because I didn't. There's a lot of worthless pink diamonds.
Camby's worthless.
None of them really are on this list.
Camby's
There are
worthless.
a lot of worthless cards that I could have put in that I decided not to.
Allen
Iguodala.
Iverson's worthless.
This is, again, a tough one because some people would prefer an Iguodala to an Allen Houston.
I personally probably would prefer Iggy to Allen, but that's my
because
opinion.
It's basically Houston's a much better shooter. Iguodala's a better dunker and defender. I'd take Houston over Iguodala. I understand if you want to put
I would
Iguodala.
take Iggy, but that's
I'm
me.
not the biggest fan of this card, though.
I'm not
I
either,
really
though.
am not. He's
just
good,
because
though.
of the range extension.
He's good. He might get moved up. Hey, him and Aaron Gordon, I think, are on the same tier, but maybe you could argue these guys should be down. Or you could argue that both of these should be up. But these four are kind of close. But in my opinion, I would take these.
I think the big thing here between these tiers is at B tier, you got guys that a bunch of people haven't used. And Alonzo Mourning, Allen Houston, because they are in that weird throwback set. Whereas Aaron Gordon and Iggy are a lot more commonly used. That's just the big thing.
Then we got Anthony Davis, AD, B tier.
With the duo, he's good.
He shoots the ball well. Does a lot of different things well to Alonzo Mourning, but I think in terms of their overall quality, they're similar. Like Alonzo Mourning's a lot faster. He gets rebounds better, is a better defender.
I'm not going to argue,
AD
but with that
obviously shoots the ball
duo,
better.
80 is so tough.
Ben Gordon, A tier. Ben Gordon, fantastic player.
He's good.
Fantastic player.
Like, I'll say this right now. If Ben Gordon is A tier, I want to see who's S tier. I mean, maybe we got more people, but... I
don't quite think he's good enough to be S tier, but...
I want to see who your S tier
dribble,
is.
the guy
He's Ben Gordon is good.
Curry, which is a little bit of a flaw, but...
On next gen. I mean, current gen, you could just burst.
Really,
I mean,
really good.
Curry escape
great,
is important, though. It definitely is.
Everything's great about this card in offense, especially at the point guard position. Ben Simmons.
He's not bad.
This is a really tough one because between S or A.
I don't think he's
If
S.
you know how to use Ben Simmons,
look, I don't think
and you
he's
have the
S.
right team around him, and you're also coming up against a not great opponent.
I don't think he's S, though.
But there's a but. He can't shoot the 3-ball, and I cannot put someone with a 55 3-ball.
No, you just can't.
Like in the top, like 15, 20 card.
No, there's just no feasible
I don't know.
way.
I don't know how I feel about Simmons.
I'll say this. I haven't used him enough. I've played against him enough times to know that he can be boxed pretty easy, but he can go and get you
formed enough of an opinion.
There's two sides of it. There just is.
Whether or to put him in S tier.
I personally would go A tier.
I'm very, very tempted.
But that's my opinion.
I'm very tempted. I'm going to keep him A tier for now, but I'm very tempted to move up. Blake Griffin, S. No question about that. Blake Griffin's still one of the best cards in the game.
I think he is, but this was before Hakeem came out. Like, Blake Griffin's no longer a top two. Like, I mean, obviously Hakeem passed him up too, so he's definitely S tier.
Like,
he's definitely S tier.
We have about 5 centers this year that if this was last May would be the best center.
You're not wrong.
Like, the center position
they're dropping content like
Blake
crazy.
Griffin's had a bad precedent for those point centers, considering the fact he came out. The first person to got him, I think who was the first person to get him, or Bud was the first person, one of those two guys. And like they literally got him on the 10th of November. The only reason I remember that is they got him the literal day that the Xbox came out.
That's crazy to think about it.
A gameplay for Blake Griffin while my Xbox came in the door. That's the only thing I remember. But yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
Bobby Jones.
Bobby's good.
B tier.
B is right, but he's
B tier,
good.
elite defender, good enough shooter, not an incredible shooter, but good shooter.
The only thing,
like,
the only downside,
he's
competent, but he's not consistent. That's what I will say.
Shooter, but he's not like he's this absolute game-changing player in terms of shooting. So
defensively, he might be the best defensive player in the game, though.
Fair spot for Bobby Jones.
I'm not gonna argue.
Like a
he
really,
is good.
Really good card. Don't get me wrong, but I think B tier is fair.
Pettit, here's the thing. Next gen, he's not worthless.
I mean, he's cheesy. He's a half-ranging center player.
But on current gen, I would never use the card.
He's quick. He just can't move laterally. His only downside is lateral quickness. But
I think D tier is exactly where he belongs.
Enough to put him to C or B?
C or B? No, D.
I'm going to put him D.
There you go.
My opinion changes on this guy, and despite me not having used the guy. Because
I used him and did a gameplay, and he could be a lot of fun.
Obviously, I've used every one of these cards. I've used them for gameplays. I've used them on other people's accounts. I've tried out all these cards. I know what all the cards are about. But I just have to think about the general meta of the game and think about where the meta is going. Like,
I feel like on next gen, though, Bob Pettit's
players
crazy.
had ultra high speed. Somebody like a Larry Bird Diamond would have been better than, say, a Baylor Diamond or Baylor Opal at the very start of the year. But as time went on, they became kind of harder to hide. They became less good. Like a Pink Diamond T-Mac. Pink Diamond T-Mac is still equally as like at the time he came out, he was one of the best guys in the game. This
is true.
You could hide him. You can't hide him anymore. So
when T-Mac first came out, like the amount of people that ran him was ridiculous. Like
game changed around the card. The card didn't change.
That's a good point.
But
that's a very good point.
It's getting harder and harder to hide Pettit week by week because you can't even play him at center anymore because there's too many mobile centers. Heck, even DeAndre Ayton's gonna eat him alive. So I don't think there's anywhere to hide him. But he's D tier. Bradley Beal.
This one's tough.
I mean, he's like worse Allen Houston.
I would put him C probably.
I mean, he's 6'3". I'm putting him D tier. He's a 6'3" guy.
I get it. I get where you're coming from.
I can't play the point guard.
But he does a lot.
He's a pro 3 behind the back and go release. He's D.
I don't think he's D.
Byron Beck.
I would put Bradley Beal in C.
He's better than Bobby Jones.
Barely.
Is he enough better than Bobby Jones to put him at tier?
I don't think so, no.
I don't know. If I'm gonna
I would keep him in B.
If I'm gonna put Embry can play center. He's better than Embry, but he doesn't have the same position. He's not able to play center like Embry.
I don't know. I haven't used Byron Beck enough
B
to
tier?
know. I'll say that. I'm not gonna put somebody in a
B
position
tier,
in which I
tempted
don't.
to put him higher.
I don't know.
B tier, but
I've used the card, but not enough to really.
I'm gonna have a lot of bigs in B tier, aren't I? I think Shaq is better than these two guys.
What?
But yeah, so Cam Reddish.
Okay, we'll get there when it happens.
He's still A. I love Cam Reddish.
No, Cam is good.
I know a lot of people are not as high on
A.
Cam Reddish as they used to be. I'm
definitely
still
good.
I've still loved him from the very start. Like, there's a reason why I used him as my
Can we get like an Opal Cam Reddish or Opal Grant Hill soon, please?
There's a reason why still to this day I have considered locking in for the guy. I love Paul George, and he's basically like slightly downgraded,
slightly worse Paul George,
but a lot more attainable Paul George.
That's exactly right.
Shooter, a good defender, a decent dribbler on current gen, bad dribbler on next gen. Just an overall good card. Again,
current gen he can
move. I'm not going to
move.
lock him in my name. We spent to count as the fact that I do not believe he's as good
he's
as
not
the
worth
lawyer.
it.
I don't
Not
believe
even
he's
close.
as good as Danny Granger, and I do not believe he is as good as, say, a Glenn Robinson, who I have on my team.
He's better than Glenn Robinson.
I would definitely have him in over Eddie Jones, but like, there's no point locking in for a card when Eddie Jones is fine. Colin Sexton.
He's A tier at least.
This is a close one.
Between A and S?
This is another A or S.
Yeah,
he's better than Ben Gordon.
He is. He's a little bit smaller. Okay, I will say that. That's why I'd lean towards A. But he's
It's a weird
good.
one. I'm going to put Sexton here, but if Sexton comes up against Simmons, Simmons eats Sexton alive.
He does, but that's why you can change your matchups. Like, all you got to do is put your center on Ben Simmons, and I don't care who his Sexton is guarding. It doesn't matter.
So, it's hard. But also, if Simmons comes up against Derrick Rose, he eats Derrick Rose alive, and Derrick Rose is a beast.
It doesn't
Sexton's
matter.
way
You just got
better
to
than Derrick
change matchups.
But, yeah, let me put Sexton next.
Sexton's tough.
Dan Issel.
I don't love this card. He's okay.
Dan Issel's a sniper.
But I don't love the
He's
card.
Like better Kevin Love. I don't know if I can put him.
No.
He's a different type of player to Bobby Jones or Beck. I don't know if I can put him in here.
No, you can't. No way. No way.
I'm gonna
No
put him
way.
B.
He's not good enough
For
defensively.
now, anyway. You got Granger. No question about it. Granger.
He's S
Granger's
tier.
one of the best cards in the game. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Granger is one of the best
He
cards
is.
in the game.
I'm not going to argue it.
I went and played a little bit of TTO earlier on current gen. Man, Granger carried me.
He's so good. When and if we get a Pink Diamond Zion on current gen, he is just going to be ridiculous.
He is so good. Once you get his release down, there's a little bit of a hitch because it's on quick. Once you can get that down, the guy is so cash. His handle's good. He's 6'9", 2 guard. Granger's one of the best guys.
Granger is good.
And we got Boogie.
The thing is, Blake's better than Boogie. I don't care what anybody says. On
I
current
really
gen,
like
at least.
Boogie, though.
Current gen, Blake's better.
I would be very.
You can put him in S.
I'm not gonna put him in S.
I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna argue that.
One of the top centers in this game. A shooter, a ball handler.
Remember, Hakeem wasn't out at this time, so obviously he's not going to compare either of those centers to Hakeem.
Stats are ridiculous. I really like.
It's just like Boogie's getting a little bit.
Derrick Rose.
He's A tier.
Similar. He's like worse Ben Gordon.
He's A tier.
But I do think he's in the I do think he's an A tier player.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. When that Derrick Rose came out initially, I thought he might play in the actual 250K tournament. Boy, was I not prepared for the content.
I don't like his release on normal.
He's good.
I do like it on quick. Ben Gordon is Derrick Rose release on quick. Derrick Rose is Derrick Rose on normal. I do think Ben Gordon is better in almost every way except for the Showtime. But
yeah, Gordon is a better Derrick Rose.
Dwight Howard.
C.
Dwight Howard. I mean, it's hard. It's hard because what he does, he's pretty good.
He is, but look at his badge count. Like,
No, let me put him C tier. Let me put him C tier. He doesn't bring as much as Alonso. He's not as good as Alonso.
He's not.
Let me put him C tier.
He's just not.
George Gervin.
He's A tier.
B. He's fine. He does everything all right.
Wow. I'm stunned at B tier. I'm not gonna argue it because I do think Cam Reddish. I think Cam Reddish is a little bit better, but B tier.
He's like your typical jack of all trades guy that does everything on the court, but it's not like he excels.
I can't argue it.
It's not like people are gonna say, "Oh, we need to pick up."
Because I don't think he has Showtime dunks. If he had Showtime dunks, I would argue it. I really would.
Double take, if I'm not mistaken. Was it double take?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was double take. And yeah, he was just. He was good. He's good. He's just meh. Like
yeah, I mean he's
just meh.
He's okay. If you locked in for him, I'm sorry.
George McGinnis.
He's terrible.
I don't know if he's bad, but I don't know if he's like when he's badged up, he's better than Aaron Gordon. Like badged up, he's not half bad, and he can play at the small ball center.
Get this George McGinnis, get this bum off my screen and never. I hate that card. If you locked in for him, I'm sorry. Giannis on next gen's incredible. Current gen,
See, I can't see. I do not see any.
I don't disagree.
Where Giannis is better than Bobby Jones.
He's
I just
not.
don't.
He's not.
If you want to go and cheese with
next gen,
Giannis
he
card,
is.
like
next gen Giannis is better.
He's not
than
even
Bobby.
nearly as cheesy as Ben Simmons because he can't play point guard. And Ben Simmons just has way cheesier animations than Giannis.
He does. I will say next gen Giannis is so good
problem.
though.
Maybe you can argue Ben Simmons a power forward is a power forward as good as Ben Simmons a power forward, but
because I mean,
can't play point guard.
Giannis can shoot a little bit on next gen.
Which
That's
is a
the
big thing. Which is a big thing.
We're due for an Opal Giannis. That's my prediction for Friday. So if you guys are seeing this video past
then, you
then,
can argue B tier for Giannis. I don't like him. Have him C tier.
Grant,
And
where
I've
you?
never been destroyed by Giannis.
Where are you gonna take Grant? Grant's A
Grant
tier.
Hill.
He's A tier.
Oh, this is another tough one. I prefer Reddish over Grant Hill.
Okay, that's fine, but he's still A tier.
Do I prefer Bobby Jones over Grant Hill?
No, not even close.
Nah, give me A tier for Grant Hill. Give me A tier badged up.
Good. I like this. I like this a lot. Okay, Isaiah Thomas.
Isaiah Thomas. I mean C tier. He's fun, man. Just for how fun Isaiah Thomas is to use, I'm putting him in C tier.
I mean, I guess, but the fact that he's above Bradley Beal kind of makes me very angry and upset. But I mean,
like this dude,
I get it.
On next gen,
Look, I get it.
My God, some of the
but he's not better than Bradley Beal, objectively on current gen.
The guy greens from everywhere. The guy can dunk.
And that's the thing on next gen. Like a guy like Otzi can be a fun card to
yeah,
use.
he's
so,
a liability
I mean,
because he's 5'9".
That's the
thing.
thing.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta say this guy is fun to use.
And that's what the game should come down to. You know,
yeah,
it really
should. You're not gonna
should.
see him in a competitive setting, but my God, he's a player that whenever I use him, whenever I see him on an account and I have a chance to use him, I think he is so fun. He is not the player I would use if I was to pick my team to win a game. Give me about 10 point guards over him, but man, he's fun. He's so fun.
Who we got next?
Then we got Jamal Crawford. He's fun as well, but he's not as fun as Isaiah Thomas.
When he came out, honestly, when Jamal came out, he was very okay, but now it's just...
He just doesn't feel...
He's just not it.
Feel like he's a top tier guy.
No, he's not.
He feels just like a taller Allen Iverson.
Jameer's good.
I mean, he's not good.
Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Let me just hear out what you say and how Isaiah Thomas is better than Jameer Nelson on current gen. I would just love to know.
Used him. He's not even as fun as Isaiah. He's like Isaiah Thomas, but he can't dunk. He's like a man.
He's taller though. Like you got to realize Isaiah Thomas is what 5'9". That's like comparing Jameer Nelson to a 6'3", 6'4" Dwayne Wade. Like you just can't. Like you just can't compare them.
Imagine. Where's Isaiah Thomas putting Curry slide? He's not it. I've used him.
Jameer, he's not it. He's better than Isaiah Thomas. I will stick by that until you can't compare him to. He's better. He's way better than Jamal Crawford. He's way better than Isaiah Thomas. He would be B tier for me. Jameer Nelson for me would be B tier.
I thought I would love Jameer Nelson. I really thought I would love Jameer Nelson because there's no reason not to love him.
I like the card. That's my opinion.
In terms of like stats and stuff, he's like Colin Sexton without the dunking. But my God, he doesn't feel as good. He does not feel nearly.
Okay. I don't like this tone of.
He is good. So
carry on.
D tier is where Jameer Nelson is going.
Harden,
then we got James Harden.
The thing is, he's better than Allen Iverson. At the end of the day, he is. You can't argue it.
I mean, he's good on next gen. I think that might keep him off the worth list here.
He's better than Allen Iverson.
It does keep him off the worth list here, but like there is a massive gap between these guys badged up and James Harden.
No, there is.
A massive.
But Allen Iverson is worse
Jason
than James
Richardson. He's like similar to Eddie Jones when he's badged up, so Yeah, like
He's
give
going
me B tier.
B.
Give me B tier, Jay.
It's just like it's just like the gap between him and Iggy. I don't know, man.
Similar badge up to Eddie Jones, but like
Even like
there's just no
even like the difference between him and Bradley Beal. I don't know, man. I like Jay Rich more, but I don't even think he has Showtime dunks.
Version of him. Jaylen Brown.
He's A tier.
I'm starting to go off Jaylen Brown. I really am, but like
maybe B tier.
He is a B tier player. It's just there's so many. Good
it's hard to say A tier when George Gervin's at B tier. That's the only thing.
Threes.
I do think he's better than Jay Rich though. I do think
two guard / 3 position. Like there are so many great ones. Like if you asked me a month ago, these two guys would be in a much higher tier. Especially Jaylen Brown. Like he would have been a month ago. Would have been in like S or
JB still badged out is so good.
Position. Like I think Grant Hill's better. And I think Grant Hill's probably going to be the lowest of A tier at that position. Jason Tatum.
Badge and stat wise, JT is tough. There's just something about the card I don't like.
I don't like him at all. Like if you were to ask me who I would take, Jason Tatum or badged up Byron Beck, I'm taking badged up Byron Beck.
I'm taking Bobby Jones over Tatum.
Good,
his stats and badges are so good. It's just
good,
I don't
but I'm
know.
Him in B tier.
There's something about the card. I don't like it.
I know a lot of people are going to want him in A tier. I'm putting him in that B tier. I cannot justify him going a tier above Byron Beck.
I don't disagree at all.
But again, Jaylen Brown badged up and Tatum badged up are very similar. Embiid
A tier.
I like Embiid more than most people.
I'm not gonna argue it.
I'm sorry, I really.
I don't love the card, but at B tier, the only guy I could argue, I mean, maybe AD up there, but I don't disagree at all.
His release is good, especially on next gen. His player model is huge. Embiid in general for me in 2K is one of those players.
I don't disagree at all.
Liked. Well, actually no. I liked him in 20. I hated him in 19 previously because he had a release. We stepped in. I
didn't really like him in 20 that much.
I mean, at this stage, give me C tier for John Wall. I get it. I don't
disagree.
If you are somebody that relies on half Showtime,
I will say he's a lot better than Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas for me would probably be E tier, and then we are starting to see some stuff, or maybe just drop IT down to D tier and move Jameer up. You
know what, Wall can.
That's the only thing.
But like.
No, at this stage in the game, you're absolutely
nowhere near
right.
as good as Rose.
You're absolutely right.
He can't shoot from range, which is such an important part of playing at the point guard position. Like, there are literally 20 people in the world where John Wall can be a really effective point guard. If you're not one of those 20 people, he can be a massive liability. Like, he can be a liability.
Even for me, at times, he can be a liability.
He's just worse Bobby Jones. Josh Smith is worse Bobby Jones. I like Josh Smith.
The hard part is Josh Smith does so much good for you. Like, it's just hard.
And also, Josh Smith and Aaron Gordon, I think, are very comparable.
No.
I think
Josh Smith's better than Aaron Gordon. I would have Josh Smith in B tier, personally. Josh Smith's defensive animations are crazy.
Obviously, Gordon a little bit better shooter, in my opinion. Josh Smith a bit of a better defender.
Way better defender.
Like Josh Smith, Andre Iguodala, Aaron Gordon. I think they're all on the same level.
I mean, which
again,
you can definitely make that
higher,
argument. Yeah, like you could definitely make that argument.
Best. But again, like my whole thing with these tier lists is that it's very rare that anyone is 2 tiers off. Maybe John Wall be's a playstyle.
No, I think Jameer Nelson might be 2 tiers off. Quite honestly,
2 tiers off.
But
maybe you might have Simmons down here, depending on your playstyle.
Jameer Nelson's the only one for me.
Most of these players, normally, what I will always say is, people going crazy that I have players 1 tier high, 1 tier below. It's just my opinion. It is just my opinion. Normally, everything's kind of 1 tier.
Jameer Nelson might be.
Smith, A tier. Fantastic card.
I'm fine with that.
Fantastic card. Not as good as Granger. Definitely not as good as Granger.
Not quite.
If I was in terms of scoring, give me Colin Sexton over him, but still, he's got that release.
Not at the shooting guard position, but yes, in general.
His value is awful. Just get the diamond.
But the diamond is literally the same.
Dr. J. I mean, Dr. J is no better than badged up Jaylen Brown. Badged up Dr. J is no better than badged up Jaylen Brown.
He's just not.
He's missing so many badges. It's going to cost you so much.
I've been saying this since he came out.
Another like 200K
so is Jaylen Brown.
Even now, with the badge prices tanked, it's still going to cost you close to 200K to badge him up. He's missing that many keywords.
Where are you going with Bridgman?
Junior Bridgman. We got the CEO right here. I mean, badge up Junior Bridgman's A tier.
A tier, okay.
I really like badge.
I like that. I thought he might go S tier with him.
Again,
I think A tier is where he belongs. That's where I would have him.
He's got the Zion Williamson jumper from last year, or the Wes Unseld jumper.
Kobe base.
He's got. He's really nice. Am I mistaken in saying he can curry? I might.
I don't know.
I cannot remember. I'm gonna look that up now. I cannot remember if Junior Bridgman can curry. His currying is important. He cannot curry, but still, he's fantastic.
I was gonna say I don't remember, really but he's good. Junior is good.
Kemba Walker.
I haven't used the card.
I mean, he's E tier. He's no better than Iverson. But
Iverson stinks. Give me Kemba Walker over Iverson. Iverson stinks.
I had a lot of fun when I used Kemba Walker, so it's a E tier, but you know what? You're still good. You're still good E tier type player.
Fair enough.
Kevin Durant. I mean, if you're talking next gen, this guy's S tier. If we're talking overall, he's A tier. Like
I do not like KD, bro.
Kevin Durant
I don't.
Gets on next gen.
I will say if he ever gets his next card is gonna be an opal and he's gonna have a quick release, he's gonna be super good.
Are crazy.
I know that.
Not spectacular on current gen. He's very good on current, but like not spectacular. But man, some of his animations next gen just separate him. Just absolutely separate him from other players.
We need a new Giannis, man. That's all I could say.
Chris Middleton. I mean, he's like, you know the way sometimes you'll get angry at players? Like, you know, like if you want to rate performances, there are some guys in the game that can give you a 10 out of 10 performance, and then they can be awful for you and give you like a 2 out of 10 performance.
Trust me, I know.
And then there's a Chris Middleton. Every game you play with Chris Middleton is going to be a 7 out of 10. You know what you're getting with Chris Middleton. You know that he is going to put in a shift. He's going to hit.
I ain't gonna lie, he's
shot
knocked
he left
down.
wide open. You know he's going to play competent defense. He's got good length. You just know what he's going to give you.
So where does that put him? B tier?
Mr. Consistency. And I rate that so much. A player that I know every time they touch. It's why I like Glenn Robinson so much.
I understand where he's coming from, but it's like the stuff that Chris doesn't do can hurt you as well. So
it's why I like Glenn Robinson. I know he's not going to shoot the ball more than 7 times in a game for me. But I know if I give him 5 wide open threes, he's hitting at least 4 of them. And I'm the same way about Chris Middleton. So I'm putting Chris Middleton in A.
Hey, I would have him
give me
B,
Chris
but
Middleton over Cam Reddish. Give me Chris Middleton over Grant Hill. The way I play.
No. Okay, whoa. Let's just move on. I disagree, and I'm just gonna move on because I don't agree.
He improves almost every team. Like he is just.
I just don't agree.
I really like. He's a top.
Kobe S.
Kobe S tier.
KPS.
Kobe's good, man.
I got no hesitation.
You got
either,
like
man.
Kobe's release. People have kind of underrated it. Like it's probably the best upper in the game. Kobe upper. There's a lot of good uppers. Kobe's is up there. But his base on next gen. So
upper release,
base on current gen is great.
No, his release is smooth.
In general, Kobe Bryant, one of the best guys in the game. I think I might have to change some of these tiers up. Let me just fill out some of the lower players.
Put Marcus
Tracy
Camby.
McGrady. It's mad, but again, it's just kind of the meta. You can't hide T-Mac anymore.
You can't.
You cannot
I mean,
hide
I want to argue for T-Mac, but you could maybe say
you run
C
T-Mac
tier,
against anybody, they will run by him for the whole game. He's better on next gen.
Bro.
Next gen, you're probably looking B tier for T-Mac, but I'm putting T-Mac in D tier right now. It is just the better other cards get, the worse this T-Mac gets. So even though when they came out, Tracy McGrady is probably better than Iguodala. Not probably, he was better than Iguodala. It's just you can still play Iguodala now, but you're going to struggle to play T-Mac. Then, let me put in some of the lower players. Camby,
he is worthless.
Stoudemire.
He is.
Okay, who else is quite low?
Penny Hardaway's pretty low.
Braun's good. Magic's good. Maurice Lucas is decent. Penny? I don't like. I mean, I don't care that Penny's a 6-7 point guard.
Me neither.
He can't do anything.
I agree.
He can't.
I tried.
He can't do anything. He's not fast. He can't play defense. He can't hide him.
I tried giving
Tracy McGrady without everything that makes Tracy McGrady good and point guard position.
I tried giving Penny the benefit of the doubt for the longest time.
He is not good at all in this game. Just like he wasn't good in the game. He's a retro from 2K19. Just like he was terrible in 2K19, he is not good in this game right here. We got Ray Allen and Sam Jones.
And Ray Allen's not good
worse
either.
versions of Allen Houston. Sam Jones only 6'4", so you can't even use him.
Neither of them are good.
3-and-D cone, so
Ray Allen might be down
as much as I
like
liked,
too,
again,
honestly. Ray
Sam
Allen's
Jones,
bad.
a player that I really like, who's just gotten so many great wings that don't shoot the ball, and he doesn't shoot the ball nearly as well. Like he doesn't shoot the ball nearly as well as Allen Houston. Like Houston, you could drop him down. I will drop Houston down here. I'm gonna drop Houston down one.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Houston kind of looks out of place there. These guys are all better than Allen Houston. So,
I'm fine with all that.
Give me him in C tier.
I like that.
So, are there any other bad cards left?
I don't love Walt Frazier.
I know some people are gonna say Walt's bad, but I really like Walt Frazier.
I'll say this right now: if he puts Walt above Jameer Nelson, I guess Isaiah Thomas said C tier. If he puts Walt above C tier, I'll be shocked.
Go with Maurice Lucas next, and he's like a tier below Bobby Jones. He's one
Just
of the
because he
best
can't shoot, dude. It's like
he's one of the best defensive players to run at the center position in the game. The guy's fantastic.
I was gonna say wherever Dwight is,
Guys
Murray
plays
should be.
lanes,
To be honest with you,
he can hit a wide open shot occasionally.
because they just give you
The guy
different things.
He just doesn't really play offense, and by doesn't really play his offense bad enough that
He
he's
is
down
bad
to
on
C tier,
offense.
despite being an elite defense.
I want to see where he's gonna put some of these top tier cards.
Terry
though.
Dishinger, S tier.
I'm not
No
gonna argue it.
question about that.
Right now, the
The
best card
dentist
in
is
S tier.
Although there
The
is,
lawyer.
the jury is still out on whether or not the dentist is a real card. So while the lawyer has been proven to be real,
The lawyer's good.
as I managed to pick up the lawyer has been proven to be real. The dentist has not yet proven to be real.
Nice.
So the dentist is maybe a hypothetical dentist card, could be S tier, but as soon as he's proven to be real, then he will remain.
He is
he'll
so
be an S
good.
tier.
Like his
His stats and animation stuff are ridiculous. We got Kristaps.
You going S with KP or A?
Oh, this is a tough one.
I
I'm
think
putting Kristaps in S tier.
I think you got to go
a
S.
lot of people are
since
going to argue
DeMarcus
Kristaps
Cousins
should be
is.
an A. Just I love pick and pop big men. Like I really like pick and pop. Big
You
men.
know what? I do too, but I've never really loved Kristaps. It's
Mobile
just,
plays
I don't know.
lanes. I like Kristaps. I like Kristaps a lot more than most people. Then we got Larry Bird.
B. A. I mean, because of how
A.
good he is on next gen, I
A.
think he's A. But
I
don't.
power forward because of how good he is at shooting the ball.
I guess I don't argue him at A
He's
on
definitely a step
either
up over
current
like a
or
Byron
next
Beck or
gen.
something. He's also really underrated in terms of his mobility, his just ability to do other things like dunk the ball is also.
I just don't
very,
like
very
Larry.
underrated. He's
I
A
just
tier.
don't.
LeBron James.
I don't care. I like Braun.
I mean, if we're talking next gen, he's A.
Current gen,
We're
he's
talking
B.
current gen, he's
Whoa.
he's
Nope.
C or B.
B.
He's not as good as Bob E. Jones on current gen, but he's also very good on next gen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong in saying he's not good as Bobby Jones, but he's not comparable to George McGinn. You know what? I'm fine. If you want to compare him to Josh Smith, that's fine. You know what? I'm fine with that.
I'm torn.
Look,
I'm gonna put him B tier.
I'm fine with this. I'm
am
fine
torn.
with either one.
I'm not a fan of him on current gen, but on next gen he's a beast. Although he's
Not
nothing
gonna argue
on the
with
Opal
it.
LeBron. The Opal LeBron's so much better.
Yeah, Opal Brown is the best.
Magic Johnson,
Next gen, he's okay. Current gen, he stinks.
A tier. I mean, he's cheesy. He is ultra cheesy. So I'm
Current
gonna put him
gen,
A
he
tier.
stinks.
And he's not quite as cheesy as Ben.
For me, he would be
Simmons,
B.
But he does shoot the ball a lot better from three. Like, you can't leave Magic wide open. You got to give Magic some badges, though. But I'm going to give Magic Johnson an 8 tier.
They got to
stack
fix
because
his
he
dribble
is-
style.
Oscar Robertson,
He's S.
my favorite point guard in this game, S tier.
Whoa.
You might say I'm crazy, but
I think you're
Oscar
crazy.
Robertson and Danny Granger, those two guys that came out. I said it then. I said it now. Then I say it again now. I believe they're two of the best cards in their respective positions. Oscar Robertson's still my
disagree.
starting point guard. He has carried me. He's been one of my best players.
Oscar is good.
Oscar Robertson is
Especially for the
I'm a
price.
massive
Like, no
fan.
doubt about
He'll
it.
be a
For his
wild
price,
boy
he's
replacement,
very,
I think,
very
because
solid.
He is one of my favorite cards in this game. Curry slide, good release, good dunking, good handle, pro 3 behind the back. The guy's got it all. S tier in my opinion. Paul George.
PGS. No question.
No doubt about it. I like Paul George a lot more than most people do, but
A tier? It's just like, for me, who am I taking over him at A tier? Nobody. I think Paul George compared to Danny Granger, you can debate that.
he's just better time ready.
Look, I think he's
definitely
S
not good
tier.
enough to be a S tier. Like, Paul George is not even on the same stratosphere as Oscar Robertson, Kobe Bryant, or Danny Granger.
You know, it's amazing. You are 100% wrong.
DBG, I respectfully think you're wrong, because a guy like a guy like Paul George has Hall of Fame showtime, is 6'9", a very great defender, and if you want to debate he's better than Kobe Bryant, I think the debate is out there. Like, I personally do, but that's my opinion.
But Paul George is definitely, I think, the best wing. Maybe him, Junior Bridgman.
No, it's not close.
Junior
Paul
Bridgman,
George is better
sorry,
than Junior.
on A tier. Or apart from obviously next gen Kevin Durant. But on current gen, I think he's very, very.
I mean,
nice.
I'm not going to argue A tier,
He's
but
going
I think you could make the argument
Shaq.
he's S tier. Wherever Dwight is.
He's an A tier next gen player. He's like a high B tier current gen player. I'm gonna put him high B tier.
What? High B tier? What is Shaq doing, man? Like, the dude is... I don't like that. I don't like that, okay? The reason I don't like that is, what is Shaq doing?
I like Shaq though. Shaq can. Actually, sorry, no. He's a low B current gen player. He's
C
a high
tier
S.
current
He's
gen.
a high A tier, low S tier player on next gen. The guy has got.
Current gen, he's not good.
He's just unguardable. On
Next gen, I can't
he's a
say
little
much.
bit like Simmons, except less cheesy on current gen. Like, the same way you use Simmons, the same way you can dominate with Shaq.
I can't really talk about
Okay,
next gen because
then
I
we
don't
are
know.
going for Vince Carter. I mean, silver range, but a good release. He's only got silver
C tier.
clocks.
He's C tier.
I mean, C.
You can't go higher.
Like, is he better than Allen Houston?
The crazy thing is when he came out, people like T-Mac more than Vince. That's the crazy thing.
Is he better than Giannis? Not really. Like, if I've got Giannis and Houston down this tier, this is where he's going. Like, he's not as good as Gervin. He's not as good as
not even
He's
close.
not as good as LeBron. Not as good as
he's by far
Jay,
C.
or Jay Rich. So
by far C.
Yeah, he's going C tier. Walter Davis.
I don't
Low
love
A.
Walter, dude.
Low A.
Low A. Look, I think he's B tier. I think he gassed Walter Davis because I'm taking Jaylen Brown. I'm taking George Gervin, Julius, and JB all over Walter. Now that's my opinion
Walter
too.
Davis fully badged up is like a worse version of the Opal T-Mac. Walter Davis really, really nice. 6'6", all the T-Mac SIGs. Only
I think he's B
three-pointer
tier.
and a lack of hot zones kind of kills him on current.
It's hard to compare him to Opal T-Mac. That's all I can say.
Fantastic. So
I think he's B tier. That's where I would have him.
Nah, his lack of hot zones is what keeps him off.
And he's lack of hot zones, and he only has an 82 3 ball. Like,
One of these tiers.
He's B
Just
tier.
put him low A. Walt Frazier, wherever Derrick Rose is, they're completely different cards, but I mean, they are so opposite that you can contrast them.
Look.
Everything Rose does well, Frazier doesn't do well. If you can get Frazier's release down, he's a really nice card. He's like
Frazier's release is just slow.
Imagine a much worse Colin Sexton. He's like
way worse.
Like Frazier can curry. And
Frazier's down for
Rose.
me.
Rose dunks better, and in my opinion, they both shoot very, very similarly. So I always brought these two guys together. I know a lot of people will say Rose is way better than Walt Frazier. For me, Walt Frazier plays better on current gen and next gen. I've used them both on both gens. I prefer Frazier, but I know most people will say Rose. And but each sit around. I think both.
I guess I would have Walt Frazier down, but
Wayne Embry.
Move him up. He's A. He's good.
Wayne Embry's good.
A is right.
Really,
what am I
card.
talking about? A is
still
right.
More than usable in game. Still a very effective card.
He is.
Zach LaVine. Actually, man, I'm putting LaVine in A tier. Walter Davis has got to go down.
Thank you.
I really want to move Chris Middleton. I really think I should move Chris Middleton down, but he's so good for me.
I think B's where Middleton belongs,
so
but I mean,
I'm keeping Middleton in there. But,
I'll say this: I'd rather have Middleton up compared to Walter Davis. I'll say that.
Wayne Embry, elite. Zach LaVine, Curry slide, great release.
Now Zach LaVine deserves A tier.
Better Walter Davis, in my opinion.
He deserves A tier.
Way better 3-pointer. But Steph Curry, this is a close one because again,
next gen he's still an S tier player and probably the best point guard in the game. Current gen for me, I think he's A tier. I think A tier is right.
Current gen, Steph belongs in A tier, and there's no question about that. But if we're talking next gen, Steph is
he's the best. He's the best on next gen.
No, he's not as good as Colin Sexton on next gen.
Really?
I will say that.
I mean, I've not used anybody better than Steph on next gen. That's what I'll say.
And he's debatable with Oscar Robertson, but he's still one of the best. So Steph, you are keeping
on next gen. He's my starting point guard. That's what I will say.
On the fact that you're unguardable on next gen. So yeah, that is it.
Now the one thing I will say is I don't understand how Jameer Nelson is D tier. Like for me personally, if I was to go in a competitive game with Jameer Nelson or a guy like Walt Frazier, I'd probably rather go in there with Jameer Nelson. Now that's my personal opinion. Comment down below. Who would you guys rather play with, Walt Frazier or Jameer Nelson? Let me know, because that is the only card that I've seen that I think is really just out of the ordinary as far as his tier list is concerned. But another very good tier list all the way around from DBG. Just the Jameer Nelson is the one guy that I don't see eye to eye with DBG on. But I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys and have a blessed day.